Dr. Stephen Shelov is 80 years old and a newly arrived collegiate at SUNY Purchase.
I've been a pediatrician and have been all my professional life. I also got very much involved in academic medicine and teaching, and for many years was working with residency programs in pediatrics, taking the next generation along and making sure they had what they need to become successful.
Dr. Shelov ultimately became the founding dean of an NYU medical school on Long Island and retired several months ago. But today, he's on campus as a new resident of Broadview at Purchase. Broadview is a unique senior living community right in the heart of SUNY's campus. The youngest residents are 62 years old, more than 40 years older than the typical co-ed.
We were thinking about time to sell our house at some point soon, move to a community of some kind. We didn't know where. We looked at a couple, and then Broadview turned up to be the ideal combination of being a very nice community, it looked like, with nice housing, but also on a university campus. For me, that was going to be there for sort of an extension of what I've been doing all my life.
Dr. Shelov made the move and sold his home of 45 years in Scarsdale.
We've been in our house. We have 3 kids and 7 bedrooms and a wonderful community in Scarsdale. It was just fabulous. But, you know, I was tired of worrying about the various logistics of taking care of a house and all that stuff. So it was, though it was sad, it was also time. And it feels right to us.
The doctor will become part of a community that's made up of 220 senior residential apartments and villas that cover more than 40 acres of the SUNY Purchase campus. Dr. Milagros Mili Peña is the president of Purchase College and says Broadview has been in the works for more than 20 years.
So it goes back to 2002 when my predecessor, President Emeritus Tom Schwarz, he and some of the foundation leaders were looking at the whole sort of idea of here we have 500 acres of land, and it became a concept for both carving out an opportunity for the campus to live its idea of intergenerational learning, lifelong learning, and at the same time thinking about how we could generate revenue on the campus to support students and faculty. You're seeing in higher education always efforts to innovate, right? And to provide learning experiences and opportunities for students that are really forward-looking, forward-thinking, to create an educational experience for all, for a generation that wants to continue learning and for a generation that's just starting out, you know, their life and their career, and to provide an opportunity for generations to also break down the barriers of ageism and the assumptions that we have across generations about one another and to learn from one another.
President Peña says there are 30 states that have implemented university-based retirement communities, but Purchase is one of the few to bring the seniors directly into college life. The pandemic created a decline in college enrollment across the nation and hit SUNY and the rest of the state university system hard, so the revenue stream from Broadview comes at an important time. The price of the units range from a little more than $300,000 to $2.2 million. Most of the units are priced on the higher end of the range. In turn, Broadview makes an annual lease payment to the college, and the funds raised in rent are to be used for scholarships and new faculty support. Also included in that exchange is almost complete access to the campus for Broadview tenants.
Basically, they'll have access to our events, our speakers, our performing arts, the museum, and really the library. It's an open campus, and people will be able to enjoy accessing the resources that we have, and also this beautiful 500 acres that has some incredible opportunities to go not only long walks, but, you know, hikes into our Forever Wild area.
First of all, we're blessed with amenities that's part of our community. So we'll be able to swim in the pool at SUNY Purchase, which is terrific, really a wonderful pool. Gone to class. I've ordered a class, philosophy, politics, and music, with a very vibrant teacher. And the students were great. Some of the students also were musicians as well. So we went to their concerts. One of them was a cellist in the student orchestra. Fabulous.
The doctor's involvement doesn't end there. He's a faculty mentor for Pre-Med Club.
I happened to just serendipitously meet the president of it last year, and we hit it off, and I said, anything you'd like me to do and I can facilitate, I'm happy to. And she said, yeah, why don't you come give a talk to the pre-med club, which I did.
Last fall, he began inviting former colleagues on campus to mentor the pre-med students, and he set up a relationship with White Plains Hospital so the pre-med students could get actual clinical experience.
They would not have been able to do that. And no one on the faculty could have either, because there are no physicians on the faculty here at Purchase, as there aren't in most undergraduate colleges. In addition to the relationship building we're going to do today and start.
This year, the doctor planned another mentor event and has already doubled the number of doctors in attendance, and every single one of them are Broadview residents.
What were your habits and techniques that you used to get you through medical school?
I'd kind of start by making flashcards, doing outlining.
Try to develop some healthy habits as you move along.
What's the curriculum like for a bio major?
Need a bunch of upper level electives like genetics and cell bio.
Dr. Shelov is creating a promising future for the Broadview intergenerational experiment, and research shows those interactions benefit everyone involved.
I've read enough about getting old that doing nothing is the worst thing to do. Watching television or simply, just languishing, that's the worst. Your mind tends to deteriorate, your energy levels decrease, and your health probably deteriorates at the same time. So I didn't want to do that. So this was the opportunity to engage them, to keep myself healthy and hopefully offer something to the students. And it was very much my analysis of what the literature shows, that healthy older people dealing with energetic things of passion and commitment. And for me, medicine and education has been my passion. Why not explore opportunities to take advantage of that?
The Broadview co-eds fall into a somewhat different demographic than the typical student at SUNY. And it's not just their age. Most of the new residents are white and affluent. Both residents and students say those differences have not gone unnoticed.
I think that we're going to have to learn to relate to a younger population, very diverse, wonderfully diverse. It's adjustment. It's very different. And because part of it is, I think, that the students view us a little bit as intruders. I think the way around that is just have contact and have them realize that we're not there to intrude or take anything from them. But I think that's going to take some time of adjusting.
President Pena acknowledges the differences, but says she feels confident about the program's success.
One of the things we've done to reach out to build on our programming is to ask others, what worked, what were challenges, so that we also are thinking about our own events and our own programming. And so we know that that's basically a touch point that we will need to be attentive to.
Yeah, this is the place I would like to have as my last sort of residence with my wife, hopefully, for years to come. We have good friends who are here already. Some of my best friends are coming as well. So that's fun to continue those relationships. And we have new friends, which at our stage of the life doesn't happen usually. And so I want to have them grow and change and develop. And I think we're very lucky. We know that. All of that's good. And I hope to stay here for many years to come.